Hey, you might want to get your blockers up.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, cool. Okay, looking at the next couple next bands, Fizz. Fizz is very mobile, has a lot of burst, and is very slippery. Jace also has incredibly strong poke, and is capable, and he scales extremely well into late game with his hypercharge. Malphite is able to do attack speed slows to shut down any AD carries, or melee carries. And then Lulu is able to really enable bruisers with the just sheer strength of her ultimate in granting extra survivability and granting that slow aura.
Y'all in the chat, calm down with the brain slug memes, guys. Let's I'll time out people for that. This is your warning. Go on. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I just had to.
Okay. Yeah,
I had to beat
fine.
up the chat a little bit.
That's fine. They need to be shown who's boss. Anyways, so let's look at the picks so far. Berserk Taco has picked up Lux. Lux has very long range and is very capable of outputting a lot of crowd control with her Q and her E, and then her burst with her ultimate is very strong. And of course, long range interrupts and being able to hold people off neutral points is incredibly useful. Caitlyn, very safe AD carry, and can establish some level of jungle control with her traps. Kog'Maw, depending on if Kog'Maw is going to be played ability power or attack damage, we could see he either is an absolute poke monster or is a hyper-scaling late game beast. Jarvan, very strong initiator and very hard to escape with the strength of Cataclysm. Morgana. Morgana is most likely going to be bot lane. She has the ability to just stall out anybody if worst comes to worst, but also she can put out a lot of burst damage with her ultimate. Wukong, very strong, another very strong AoE damage character. His ultimate can provide a lot of CC and a lot of damage. Vi is a very strong bruiser. She provides a lot of burst and she can be very hard to get away from. Singed is another strong bot laner. He can be very persistent. He clears waves well and is overall just a massive nuisance bot lane. Finally, Riven is capable of is also potentially bot lane. She has a lot of burst. She's got that 80 scaling shield to make it so that way she can survive a lot. And then also, if you try to take her down with slows, she can mostly ignore slows due to the fact that her Q and E allow her to cover a lot of distance without relying on movement speed. And then their final pick was Diana. Diana is also another strong bot laner with high amounts of burst and strong ability to just gap close onto people and just absolutely decimate them if she lands one of her Qs.
Just a quick note to anyone who's got me on Friends. If you guys need to message me or something like that, please post it in the Twitch chat, unless it's something that really can't be posted in the Twitch chat. Because in order to read a PM here, if I get one, I actually have to put the overlay up entirely. That way, in case anyone says anything sensitive, it doesn't get shown, and then I have to cut back from the overlay after that. So it's kind of annoying from a viewer's perspective if I have to do that a whole lot. So if you can put it in the Twitch chat, put it in the Twitch chat.
Okay. For those of you that were wondering about the Kog'Maw, whether it's going to be AD or AP, checking Duo's match history, he's got a lot of Kazakhs in there. However, at the very bottom of his match history, I found some AD Kog. So we will be seeing AD Kog. Not entirely sure on who the lanes are. Really anyone on the blue team, Shield Surge, or Surge Shield, will be able to go bot lane effectively. And then purple team has several options for bot lane also. So we'll have to be waiting until game to see what exactly the best option is for them to send bot lane. Any thoughts, Gander?
Yeah, I'll give them to you in just a quick second. Sorry about being quiet for so long at the beginning, guys, but like I said, I got the XSplit stuff up. I've been working out a few issues with it, but I think I have everything settled down right now. And oh well, that's whatever. That's why the overlays. People are like, man, Chaos is talking a lot. I'm like, no, dude, it's because I told him to. Don't get mad. He's a good dude. He's so cool. Thank you for coming and helping out casting. Sorry about putting you behind the mic for as long as I did right there. It's just I'm working out with the scenes and things like that.
Oh, that's totally fine.
I'm reposting the chat. I can't repost the chat bans because I accidentally copy-pasted something else. I have no idea what they were. But the thing that I want to know about this game, guys, which I can actually take summoner blockers down now, is that, well, some people have Revive, some people don't have Revive.
Yeah.
And this is going to sound really cool because well, it's going to sound weird, but whatever. I think this game's going to be really awesome because I like seeing teams play that don't know as much about the Dominion meta, because sometimes they stumble upon something awesome that we get to watch. And this might be one of those games. I've seen a lot of Ghost. Ghost, we've kind of figured out that's not necessarily the greatest spell to take. There's so many other spells that benefit the team and the situation a lot more often than a Ghost spell does. But we're seeing some of that here, so we're probably going to see, if we see Ghost Revive combo as a lot of movement speed, especially if you take the Revive talent. Seeing some Garrisons, seeing Flash Riven over there. Now, the only thing that makes me really kind of go, what? Is Barrier Caitlyn. Now, Barrier is really, really good early on in the game when fights are kind of narrow, but later on, just Barrier tends to just kind of get run over by damage, and sometimes you just can't even really tell that it's there. So while it's useful, I feel like it's not quite as good as other spells could be. Spells such as the rest of them.
As Exhaust, or another Flash. Kate, for example, if Jarvan decides to dunk her, will only have her E to get out of that Jarvan ultimate, which can be a very scary proposition for Kate. Barrier late game may be useful for, say, mitigating a Riven's Wind Slash that's trying to pick her off if Kate is almost away, but just has to survive that Wind Slash or that Lux ultimate, or even a Kog'Maw ultimate late game. Early game, though, it will provide a lot of power if Surge Shield decides to just go straight up dive for Caitlyn, who's notably not a very good dive target considering how hard it is to attack a Caitlyn through the traps and through
my Windows 7 threw up. Keep talking, please.
Okay. And if we look at the summoners on each team, I think the Vi is going to be almost impossible to get away from for Kog'Maw or Lux when she decides to pop her Ghost, because if Vi has a significant move speed lead on you, and say she has a Phage or Frozen Mallet, and can just keep smacking you in the face with her giant fists, her W's free damage can really start to add up, especially with the attack speed boost and the armor shred it provides.
Alright, so it looks like we are going to load into this game here. Who was our top team, Chaosis?
Let's see. As the team that we're going to prefer, I'm probably going to hand the game to Collects Evelynn Child Support just to start off, due to the diamond borders. Diamond borders are usually a good thing because the raw mechanical skill that you can get from playing a lot of Summoner's Rift can in fact translate over to Dominion.
And we've seen that before several times, especially with execution heavy characters like Lee Sin. Any player that's really good at them in Summoner's Rift, they can be rewarded pretty handily when they come on over here. Guys, I'm going to want some feedback after this game in the stream chat, if you could please. 1080p, 60 FPS is what I'm trying to run it at, and I want to know what you guys think afterward here. The game's loading up right here, and we've got Collects Evelynn's Child Support over on the right-hand side, consisting of Proverbs the Wise playing as Vi, Dr. Professor Blue Cran playing as Diana, Chronic Angina playing as Wukong, Forgiving Truck playing as Caitlyn, and Get Babeeked playing as Morgana. Chaosis, who do we have on the other team?
Okay, so we have Berserk Taco on Lux, Duos on Kog'Maw, MB Slowboy on Jarvan, Mr. Dross on Singed, and then Spike of Death on Riven. Looking at the bot laners, looks like it's going to be Riven versus Diana. Gander, who do you hand this matchup to?
Diana. Riven does not have the range to be able to put the hurt on, and her minion clear is going to be mediocre, I think, compared to what Diana can do. Diana's burst is going to be a lot more powerful. Both of them have a shield, so they're both a little bit harass resistant, so that's going to be pretty alright.
Yeah. Do you think the lane will stall out at all, or do you think it's just going to end up just being a kill fest?
I'm not sure. That's one of those only time will tell kind of things. The adhesive and the slow determined to make sure everybody moves at the speed of smell over there. But it's the beginning, you know, a little bit of damage being exchanged. Nothing serious. That's slow right there. I think that mana could have been better served elsewhere. Vi coming up to the top right now, and fight initiating up the top there. Vi going kind of deep, trying to get that damage off, but they're just falling back from the point.
Yeah, and I'll note that they would have had a bit easier time getting away from that if they hadn't already burned their ghost just to get there.
Oh, Singe not going to get tagged by that light bind there. He's going to get killed.
Yeah, Singe trying to get that
fling.
Yeah, Singe trying to get the fling on Morgana, and did, but just wasn't enough.
Ooh, narrowly dodging that Piltover shot right there. Lux kiting them away from the point, and this is what you want to do. Run away from the point. Don't drag them over to a position in which they're going to be able to have, like, sort of a cap after they kill you. Now, if you see, if Lux dies, whoa, Lux, calm down, Berserk Taco. Vi is just absolutely determined to put an end to this young lady.
Yep. Bot lane, Diana is absolutely crushing bot lane. Riven has just over 100 health left, and is pushed to her point and is probably going to get neutralized.
And Berserk Taco does get taken down there. With kiting them around like that, though, if you have someone that's stuck to you and you can keep them going, that keeps them from doing other things. In kiting Vi like that, Vi did not get a chance to go back to heal. Vi did not get a chance to go back and buy. Vi was not able to go for a tower or anything else of the sort. She was just kind of stuck where she was.
Yeah. And bot point is neutralized by the minion wave that was pushing. Berserk Taco attempted to clear. Oh, looking up top.
Alright, yeah. And up top, J4 going to get taken down right there. We got all of Collects Evelynn Child Support moving down towards the... no, not going to go for that refinery play. Actually, looks like Kog'Maw's going to get sniped out right there. They're not going to defend that for very long. Lux down here keeping Caitlyn busy. Still no one going for the cap. Looks like Wukong's actually going to finally start going for it. Caitlyn just kind of standing over there in the fog in case she needs to jump in at any point. And the pressure that Collects Evelynn Child Support right here is helping them out a lot. No, the flash in, going for the stun right there. And Wukong with the Cyclone for even more CC. Make sure they are able to kill Lux. Singed, however, pretty tanky champion. He's able to just kind of pop that Insanity Potion, get back, and delay it a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'll note Jarvan burned his ultimate trying to get Caitlyn, but again, Caitlyn, even though she had one escape from Jarvan ultimate, was very much able to use that to get out of the dunk. And
there goes another garrison. That's two garrisons that have been spent on this tower already in order to try and keep it alive. We got Duos there with Kog'Maw trying to gun down some of those minions because minions are so strong. Vi diving in, trying to put down the hurt on him, staying focused on Kog'Maw, completely ignoring Singed, making sure to chase him away, and not going to dive too far for him. Going to break off, doesn't want to get any closer than that. Singed goes for the Ghost Fling, throws her into the tower right there. Kog'Maw not able to finish her off. Morgana is able to get back. Vi finally gets the KB on Kog that she was looking for, and they're not going to get the neutral because J4 shows up just in time to stop that.
Yeah, and bot lane Diana just straight up killed Riven there, and has managed to neutralize the point, and is being chased by Riven and Lux.
Oh, able to kite J4, looking for the kite, trying to get him into that Yordle snap trap right there, and wasn't able to get him in it just before he died. And now they're turned around the refinery, and they're starting to kind of dig a hole for the opposite team.
Yeah, bot lane successfully juking out the Lux ultimate, and very nice, barely finishing off Riven before Diana died. I don't think even Windslash went out there. Or, actually no, Windslash went out, but they successfully managed to Chiron to the backside of Riven, making Windslash just completely miss.
Having Singed and Kog'Maw both capturing that point right there, I'm not sure how I feel about that, because they could have split Singed off to the top and tried to get a neutral off on that, as everyone else took that opportunity from Collects Evelynn's Child Support to back off from the point. Now they're going to come back up here to the top, J4 down at the bottom, seeing some pings, seeing some action down here. Maybe they're going for Diana. Morgana going for the back cap on the Refinery at the same time. J4 lands the Airborne Cataclysm combo. And no, she's going to Lunar Rush right through to try and connect with Lux there, but she's taking a lot of damage so far, and she's going to retreat for that health relic. Wukong walking in, going to get the hit in on J4. J4, nope, he's not going to have any of that, and leaves that fight.
Yeah, and obviously the Riven versus Diana was not working out for them. Some are disconnected. Not sure if they're going to pause.
They do have that option if they want to use it. And oh, that snipe! Caitlyn taking Riven down right there. That was extra kill insurance. That I think that could have been saved, but when you absolutely positively want somebody dead, ace in the hole is going to be the way to do it. And Lux, I was scared. She just barely got away. Oh, that light binding connecting right there, keeping Morgana locked down, enabling Kog'Maw to pick up that kill. And there's that pause that you were talking about, and they're in a rather desperate situation right now. Cog able to pick up that kill there, but they have been forced back into their base, and without Singed for those last couple of seconds, that wasn't helping them any either.
Yep. Okay. So look, analyzing the situation right now. 5 cap. That's a very dangerous situation. We have Vi recalling right now, which is a good thing for blue team. Blue team is probably going to want to look to pressure that midpoint because Diana and Wukong are most likely going to try and sit on that bottom point and just prevent it from being capped. So once Jarvan and Riven revive with the additional pressure from Kog'Maw and Singed, should be able to get back their midpoint and at least slow down the loss of points.
I see a lot of people commenting Sunfire Kog'Maw. That looks exactly like what he's building for right there. I mean, he could be going, those could just be components for later items, or he could be converting them right away. And you guys, don't knock the AD carry defensive build, because a lot of teams' impulse is focus the AD carry, focus the AD carry, focus the AD carry. But when for some reason that AD carry has a Warmogs or a Zhonya's or something like that, they suddenly become a lot harder to focus. You spend a lot of time killing them, and what's wrong with my camera?
Okay. Not entirely sure what's going on with your camera.
I fixed it.
Okay. Yeah, so the deal going on right now, Diana is 1v2 bot lane, and I think is going to be able to actually hold this. But we'll see.
We will see. She's taking a lot of damage there. She does have that tower on her side, though. Riven walking out of range to reset and get it on J4 instead. And all that tower damage is really doing the work there. And Morgana coming down to help. Diana picking up that double kill, excuse me. I don't know how to read.
Yep. And Caitlyn just doing so much damage to Sin. Sin's just going Rambo, trying to hold off the enemy team so they can neutralize. However, not able to do that with the roaming Morgana destroying them.
And Lux getting caught off by that Dark Binding right there. Just Dark Binding one after another. Get the Beaked here has been leading some good skill shots all game long right there. And they just have kept these points neutral. Now, they've been in a 5 cap situation for a while, and they've backed away. That's the most important thing to note, is that they'll get that 5 cap, they'll back off, they'll get a couple of recalls off, buy a couple items, and they will come back, they will let those points get neutral, because they know that the time spent where they are recapturing those is time where they're not putting on pressure, they're just regaining lost ground instead.
Yep. Yeah, but it looks like game is over. Do you, Gander, as this game is concluding, do you think Collects Evelynn Child Support has what it takes to beat Pay's Evelynn Child Support in their next game?
I am not sure. That's going to remain to be seen, and I really do want to cast that next game because, dude, you want to see that next game, right? That's
yeah,
gonna be,
I mean,
Pex versus fake Pex.
Yes, I almost want to say we should.
Let's do it. Let's see if we can get that game lined up. You want to tag some people about that while I'll just post in the chat. Let's get us in on that next game. On the Collects versus Pex game, please. I want to see that game because that game is going to be pretty cool, I think.